Today we're installing PPF headlight protection for the classic Model 3, whatever you want, so the 2018 to 2024 pre-refresh Model 3. So in the box you get a slip solution. It comes with the soap already added, so just add water. You get a double-sided squeegee, and then you get 2 pieces of PPF. So we're going to offer 3 options. This is actually the color changing version. So we're inside at the moment, it's not changing. It'll only change under UV light. So the advantage of this is during the day, it gives you a nice tint, but at night it's completely clear, so it doesn't interfere with the amount of light coming out of your headlights. So we'll offer this in this, which is the purple option. If I just use my UV light real quick, you'll see kind of what that does. So we'll offer it in purple. We have a black version as well, or of course we have Expel glossy PPF. So you can choose whichever finish you want. Let me just quickly show you the dark sample. So this is the black just here. Don't know if the camera's getting it because there's quite a lot of glare. So you can see kind of side by side the purple and then the black. Pretty cool. So with that said, let's get out to the car. Okay, so now we're outside. We're going to install on the front right side of this 2018 Model 3. So get your orientation right first, because these shapes look kind of similar, but the blunter end is this end, and then the slightly sharper end is down here at the lower part of the light. I'm also going to show you the difference. So here we have black and the purple UV PPF. So you can see they're starting to change colour already. I'm going to just leave them out while we do this install, and we'll come back to it. But those are your 2 colour choices, or we offer Expel Ultimate Protection Plus, so really good protection for your headlights either way. Okay, with that, let's get started. So we're going to spray the light in soap or slip solution. Again, 5% or less soap, and then the rest is water. Spray your fingers as well, because when we peel off the PPF we don't want to contaminate the adhesive. And then kind of give the PPF a bit of a spray as well, and then as we peel it back we're going to spray the back of it too. So in terms of hints and tips, the main thing with applying PPF to any large 3-dimensional shape is take your time, be patient. You will get some bubbles and stuff that need to be released, and sometimes that means waiting for a minute just for the solution underneath to evaporate. Other than that, there's really no trick to it. Just be patient. Don't force anything. It will find the right shape if you take your time. So we're placing it on like this. So on the Model 3 headlights, there's a black plastic boundary around the edges. Across the bottom it's fairly thick, and then sort of on all the other edges it's a little bit narrower, but that's where we want the PPF to land. So as long as it's positioned somewhere within that black border, then it's in the right spot. Now the order in which you do things is up to you. As you can see, if I kind of just stretch it out, then it's basically on there already. There's very few bubbles showing, and that's kind of what we're planning to do. That's what we want to do as we install this. So I'm going to start up here. I'm going to look at this where the top of it is, and if it's not sliding around for you, you don't have enough slip solution, so just peel it back, put a bit more solution underneath. But this is kind of sitting in a really good spot at the top here, so I'm just going to start here. It really doesn't matter. I've tried various ways to see if there's an easier way, but no, it doesn't matter. So we're starting up here. So we want to be really thorough getting the slip solution out up here, because we want to lock this in place so that we can pull on this and kind of guide the rest of the film based on this sort of anchor point. So the same principle applies if you want to start down the bottom instead. Okay, I'm just going to grab my shot rag, just wipe that down a little bit. Okay, so that's not moving anymore, so that's good. A couple of bubbles up here, that's absolutely nothing to worry about. We'll come back to those. The slip solution behind there just needs to evaporate a bit, and then we'll be in good shape. Okay, so now I'm going to, again, just sort of using the palm of my hand, just kind of guide this bottom edge around a little bit. We don't want to save all the pain for later, so we don't want a whole bunch of bubbles at this end. But we can work on those. So we're just going to kind of guide this around, stretch it around till you get to the point where there's really no bubbles, and then we're just going to squeegee it again. There is a bit of a knack to this. I'm far from a professional installer. I'm doing it outside. You shouldn't do it outside if you can help it, because you're going to get some contaminants underneath it. But me being able to do this pretty easily just shows that anyone can, because I'm not a PPF person ordinarily. Okay, so you can see we're in really good shape around here. Basically all done. So now we're going to concentrate down here. And now this is all squeegeed out. We just want to just lift this corner again. Oops. There we go. I'm going to just put a little bit more solution under there. It's getting a bit tacky. Or a bit. There we go. And then again, just kind of using my hands, just sort of moving it into position to the point where it's laying down almost perfectly. Now it's worth saying that these kits, every PPF and vinyl kit we sell, is intended for DIY install. So if you take this to a shop for them to install it, they're probably going to have a harder time with it, because they're less used to working with pre-cut kits. So just bear that in mind. They'll have their own PPF, so if you want a shop to do this for you instead, let them use their kit, because they're not going to be familiar with a pre-cut. Okay, so you can see we've got that well positioned. So now I'm just going to squeegee some more. I'm just maneuvering with my thumb here, kind of getting any of these last little bubbles out. And there you go. Let me give that a quick wipe down. And that's how easy it is. You'll see there's one little bubble up here. So we're just going to let that evaporate for a minute, let the sun and whatever do its job. But if you're installing when it's cold or damp or whatever, just get a hairdryer on a medium setting, hold it up here just to kind of work out any moisture behind there. If you have a paint gun or a heat gun, that's fine too. Use a medium setting on that. You don't want to overdo it, because we're not looking to sort of make a permanent mark in the PPF. We just want to evaporate anything behind it. But you can see, just applying a little bit of gentle pressure for a minute using the microfiber cloth, we are all done. And then I was going to show you, so while I've been doing that, this is what the two look like. So this is the dark or the black, and then this is the purple that we've just installed. So those are the two choices, together with Expel clear PPF. See, it's popping up again, but don't worry about it. It will go down. With the headlights done, we're just going to do the fog light as well. So as I mentioned earlier, this is a 2018 Model 3 loaner. You can see this is really dinged up, so really should have PPF on this anyway. But if you choose to add that to your order, this is what they look like. And we're just going to do the same thing. This is very easy to apply, but as always, spray your fingers, peel off the PPF, spray the back of that, and then just, as always, float it into place. So the goal with this is, again, same as with all of the kits, we're not looking to rotate it around the radiuses on the edges, so it's just covering this sort of front flat surface. So get it lined up, mostly focusing, especially on this end, the small pokey tip bit, because we want to make sure that's in a good spot. It's not going to lift. Need to get my squeegee. Just work the slip solution out. Certainly expect this end piece to move around, because obviously it's a fairly small contact area, so it will, but we're just going to position that once we've properly squeegeed out all of the trapped liquid. We're just going to position that manually with our fingers, and then this in particular we just need to let sit overnight. If you can, park it facing the sun, so we're really kind of evaporating everything out from underneath it, and then it'll be perfectly good to go.